She's been on Showtime, Law & Order, SUV, The Wendy Williams Show, The View. The list keeps on going. I want you guys to keep making some noise right now for Sara Contreras, everybody!
Give it up for everybody who's been up here. Joe and this crazy motherfucker. Joe is the host. You saw that real skinny guy right here? He's still living at home, right? He's a millennial. He's living at home, and you know what I told him yesterday? Your parents can't fucking stand you. You're here tonight, and they're probably having sex on your bed. What's going on? Everybody's having a good time, yeah? This is nice. I'm excited to be here. I am Boricua. I am Puerto Rican. Oh, shit! It's not all that. You know what it is? Puerto Ricans have this stereotype, right? Like, we're supposed to be, like, kind of crazy and whatever, but we are. And it always shows up. I always see what happens. What do we do that make people think that we are just not all there? It happened to me about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. I go to Puerto Rico. Has anybody been to Puerto Rico? Puerto Rico is beautiful. Puerto Rico has, and you like the way I say it, right? I don't say Puerto Rico, I go Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico has this beautiful, beautiful place called a Yunque, which is the rainforest. Y'all know it, right? It's a very special place for Puerto Ricans because we go there and you're supposed to like sort of commune with your Taino heritage and you're supposed to take some time at the waterfalls. So there's this pathway, right? But this one Puerto Rican chick decided to climb up on the rocks of the waterfall. She was a big girl. I didn't know she was there. She had a black and white jumpsuit on. So me, I'm walking down the pathway and all of a sudden I look up and I'm like, oh my God, look, there's a panther. They got panthers in Puerto Rico? And that's when I realized it's not that cool to be Puerto Rican sometimes. So I just came in, I flew in on Frontier. Has anybody ever, you know, Frontier has a special now. For $49, you can fly anywhere you want, unlimited, all summer long. Now, I did not know that. Now, if you're not familiar with Frontier, it's $49, and that just reserves a spot on the plane. Now, if you want to sit, that's another $169. Okay, so you're not flying to California like you're on the INT, you know? I just created a new subway line, the INT. That's a cross between the IND and the IRT. And if you're a man and you want to be comfortable because you got some stuff, an extra package that you're bringing on the plane, in case you want some extra room, that's another $85. So now you're up to like $260, $280 for the show, for the ticket. But here's the thing, and if you want to bring your knees along for the trip, that's another $40. So now I'm sitting on this packed plane, and I'm in my seat, and it's so tight. If anybody has never flown on Frontier, Spirit, the chairs are mostly like no foam, no cushion. They're like lawn chairs, basically. You are on a flying barbecue. That's what you're on right now because it's horrible. So I'm sitting on the plane, right? And it's so packed. The guy behind me, his feet are between my feet. And I'm looking down at his shoes between my feet, and I'm like, damn, at least the last time this happened, I got dinner and drinks. Like, this is not cool. Y'all are nasty, I like it. So I just want to tell you, I did try something new yesterday. I tried on those magnetic eyelashes. Has anybody tried that? You put on the eyeliner, and that's the magnet, and you pop the lashes on, right? So I popped them on, and the problem was that I leaned over my desk, so all these paper clips started flying up at me. I ended up with this chain of paper clips just hanging off my eye. It was not pretty. So yeah, but I always have something happen. Something always happens to me when I travel. Always, every single time I travel. Right after 9/11, they confiscated my mascara. Now, I'm not talking about a $3 Maybelline. I'm talking about a $28 Lancome. Ladies, do you feel my pain? And that stupid TSA chick, I saw her. She was like, ooh, this is nice. You can't take it. I was like, no, honey, I'm Puerto Rican. You gonna give me that mascara. I started putting on all that mascara. I was like, I got 20 minutes, walk around me. You not taking my mascara, okay? I did everything I could with that mascara. Yo, I touched up my grays. I was like, you're not taking this mascara. I gave myself Little Kim eyebrows. Now what happens is when you put on that much mascara, it turns into Gorilla Glue. So now my eyes are stuck together and they had to help me to my seat. And I passed this woman in the front of the plane and she was British. She was like, my word, that's the worst case of glaucoma I've ever seen. I was like, actually, my lady, it's Lancoma. It's Lancoma. And one time I was flying back, I performed for the troops in Iraq and Kuwait. That was dope. That was so dope. I performed for the troops in Iraq and Kuwait during the war. Like, that was some crazy shit. That was so much fun. But what happened was when I was coming back from the Middle East, I'm on the plane and the stewardess strikes up a conversation with me and she's like, so what do you do? What were you doing out there? I said, well, I was performing comedy for the troops. She's like, oh, you're a comic? I'm like, bitch, you going up this aisle pushing a cart throwing peanuts at us like it's feeding time at the zoo. How dare you besmirch my profession? And then I realized that look on her face, I couldn't figure out if she was just shocked at what I told her because, wow, Puerto Ricans know how to use the word besmirched. I think that's what it was. I saw the look of shock on her face. So yeah, this is nice, man. I'm happy to be here. I love coming out to Long Island. I am originally from Brooklyn. Oh! I am from Brooklyn, but before I tell you about Brooklyn, I want to tell you about something that happened to me yesterday that really killed me. This young chick comes up to me out of nowhere, and she goes, oh girl, I hope I look as good as you do when I get to be your age. I said, why you gotta say it like that? I'm like, you don't know how old I am? Why are you assuming that you know how old I am? I could be, how you know I'm not 19 and just had a fucked up life? You don't know. What the hell's wrong with you? Honestly, because nowadays aging is completely a different thing right now. Are we seeing these 70-year-old women on TikTok? Baby, come now. It was you! I saw you! I knew you! I saw you, Ma! Aging is different. It is a different beast now. Everybody's talking about anti-aging. Really? Anti? What is wrong with aging? When you're not aging, you are dead. And that's the bottom line. And anti, why anti? Anti could be a good thing. Antiperspirant. You would not be sitting next to his stinky ass if he did not have antiperspirant. And you know this. All right? Antibiotic. Anti-itch. Sometimes at the same time. You know you've been there, right, Susia? You know you have. I know you have. You got that look on your face. Take it till the end. Never cut it short. Anyway. It's stupid. The whole anti-aging thing is stupid. We are redefining aging every single time. I used to lie about my age constantly. And you know what? When I decided to come clean, I went from 38 on Monday to 58 on Friday. I was like, psych. Don't you feel stupid? I'm telling you, when you get to be a certain age, you gotta embrace it. But you have to adjust, right? You have to adjust. You can't be in your 40s and 50s with short little skirts and mini skirts and high heels walking around like that. Because if you're doing all of that still, you know what you are? You're me. Because I'm gonna still puteando till I die. What? But you have to take care of yourself. You gotta take care of yourself. I get tune-ups, I'm not gonna lie, I get Oh yeah, I do it. But I watch. And as soon as it gets down to the very bottom and there's a little bit of that liquid left, collagen and Kegels, guys. Collagen and Kegels. And it's rough getting old. You know, I'm not old, I'm juicy. I like to think of myself as juicy. I'm like an avocado. You know when you squeeze an avocado and it's too hard? It's too young. You can't do anything with that. You squeeze it and it's too soft, it's too old. It's mushy. You squeeze me, You're like, damn, I'm gonna split this open tonight. I'm gonna split this open. It's rough getting there, though. It's a big change. The one thing I notice is that I'm turning into my mom. Over and over, I'm turning into my mother. I'm doing all the type of stuff she used to do when I watched her getting old. All of a sudden, my bra has become a storage unit for items other than my breasts. Oh, look, a pen. Oh, look, scissors. Why is everything going in my bra now? I don't get it. So no lie. Last year I go for a physical, and the doctor says to me, Ms. Contreras, you have to remove your bra because I got to check your breasts. And I had that one fucked up bra that all women have. I had it on that day because I didn't know he was gonna. You know, we all have that. You have that one fucked up bra, right? You're not wearing it tonight, though. Please, okay. So I had that one fucked up bra. The doctor says, take off your bra. And I went, pah. And it just flew right off. Because it's fucked up. I don't have hooks at the end. I have a fork. That's what I have. And the bra flies off. And the doctor's mesmerized. He's staring at my chest. And I'm like, I know, they're still beautiful. Thank you. You're very kind. He's like, actually, Ms. Contreras, you have 50 cents stuck on the side of your breast. We can't put it in the machine with the metal on it. So I looked down and I had 2 quarters and a book of stamps, just right. This is the shit that we do. But I am getting older, man. It's rough. I remember my sister last year, the skin, right? What's with the skin? Gravity's a bitch. It just pulls the skin like down. I don't get it. Like last year, my sister said to me, Sara, didn't you used to have a mole like that on your shoulder? Oh, shit, that is the mole on my shoulder. And I would like to know where all the skin on my knuckles. Where's this shit coming from? I look like I have like baby testicles on my knuckles. It's horrible. So when I realized that was my mole, she goes, but Sara, if that's the mole on your shoulder, then where's your elbow skin? I'm like, here on my knuckles, apparently. I hate this shit. So aging is rough. But you know, listen, I love it because a lot of things can happen when you get older. I was very fortunate to have met my soulmate at 57. You know how crazy that is? Do you know how crazy it is? That at 57, I found my soulmate on eHarmony. We were like 2 little kids. We were like teenagers when we started. I'm telling you, it was so cute. We were like, no, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you're so stupid. No, you're so stupid. My daughter was like, stop that shit, Mom. Y'all look stupid. But that's what happens. I met him and it was fabulous. But here's the thing. When you have sex after 50, is very different. The love language is different. It was a revelation for me because I'd be like, honey, did you come? And he goes, no, actually that's a back spasm, baby. I'm not ready. Back is killing me. Oh. And I go, are you gonna flip me over yet? You gonna flip me over? He's like, honey, you're kneeling on my balls. And I'm like, shit, they're so long now. Do you even feel that? I don't know. It's very different. And I tell you, when I was younger and I dated, my prophylactic was a condom. That's what I used for protection. Now, I use Aspercream because it hurts. So since everything fucking hurts now, the middle of my thighs, like he's got to loop the middle of my thighs now because they don't quite open the way that they used to. They kind of get stuck over here somewhere. And he pulls down my leg and I'm like, whoop, right off the bed. Ah. It's not sexy. Horrible. But we were like, it's been wonderful, I have to say. Getting older, that would not have happened if I hadn't aged, right? That's the whole point. So, this is great. I was telling you that I was from Brooklyn. That's what I started to do. So I am from Brooklyn originally. I grew up in Bed-Stuy, do or die. Remember when the Bed-Stuy was Bed-Stuy, do or die? Anybody been to Bed-Stuy lately? It's like Bed-Stuy, the rent's too high. What the hell happened to Brooklyn? Yo! I grew up in the 60s. I told some young woman that the other day, the look of shock on her face, what? It could have been the 1860s, I swear to God. She could not figure that anybody was that old. But I remember when I lived in the projects, I lived in the Eleanor Roosevelt projects on DeKalb and Lewis. And I am old enough that I remember that the projects were nice. Does anybody? Yeah. They were nice when we moved in. It was a social experiment. And then in due time, the drugs came in. And the white people were like, we out. But we'll be back in 40 years. And we're taking it back forever. But here's what happened. It was so nice, and then it got really, really bad. And there was nothing on the playground. The playground equipment was gone. No slides, no swings. The only thing we had in the playground were junkies and prostitutes. So we played with them. We played with them. Listen, they gave us snacks. They helped us with our homework. They were like our ghetto nannies, babysitters. They were. And it was wonderful because it was different. It was a different experience. We didn't play games like pass the hot potato. It was like pass the hot pipe. Yeah. We didn't play kick the can. It was like tag the hoe. Duck, duck, crackhead. Any crackheads in the house? Crackheads? Tu tiene cara. You just got that look. I don't know. Work the program, Papa. Work the program. Don't let the program work you, okay? Crackheads. My brother was a drug addict. My older brother was a drug addict for a long time. He did about 40 years total in jail. He got 12 to 25 for 2 dime bags of crack because of the Rockefeller laws. And I felt bad because I didn't really get to see my brother a whole lot. I would try to get the right card when I went to the Hallmark store. But they never seemed right. They were always kind of like not right. Like I would look at the thing, from my home to yours. That's mean. So I've always wanted to develop a line of greeting cards strictly for the convicted. Like think about it, everybody has a card, right? You walk into the store, it'd be like birthday, anniversary, Passover, lockdown. You know when you're looking for the right card and you get real sentimental when you see it, you go, oh damn, which one should I send him? Oh look, convicted but not forgotten. And you can have like a special invitation card. It would be like, Mr. and Mrs. Santiago are pleased to announce the parole of their son, Ray Ray. Reception to follow at the McDonald's on 179th and Grand Concourse. in the Boogie Down Bronx. And this one would have to be the most popular card in the series, my own personal favorite. And you know how sometimes when you get a card and you open it up, it has like a tune? This one would have a voice. And this is how my card would sound. It would go like this. To my boo in lockdown. From my pen to the state pen. I'm thinking of you, boo. Your gangster style, your go-to smile, and I put a little light red on the tooth. I know you miss my foo-foo. And I will put directions on the car for you to open it and close it really fast and have a little paper body just going like that. But 12 years is a long time for me to remain true. So I'll be kicking it with your brother Mike, but I'll be thinking of you. Telling you, $5.99 a card. Invest in my business. I got a future. So I went from Brooklyn, from living in Brooklyn, and you know, Brooklyn is really, you gotta have a certain amount of like finesse to be a Brooklynite, to be a New Yorker. I see these tourists coming into town and I'm like, they got no idea. They don't know. Listen, we are native New Yorkers. We know what we have to do. When you see someone coming at you and you think they might be hurting you, what are you supposed to do? You're not supposed to look away. You look them dead in the face. Because that lets them know that you know that they know that you know. You look them dead in the face. And here is the part that is the special skills of a New Yorker, especially somebody from Brooklyn and the Bronx. Okay? But the trick is, you look them in the eye, but then you got to keep one eye on them as they pass, but then the other eye has to look straight ahead. That's that split eye shit that we do. Only New Yorkers have this reptilian skill. And I try to teach it to the tourists, but they don't get it. So the thing is that one day my father said to me, he comes in one day, my father's cute, he says, oh, we're moving to the country. I'm thinking, wow, horses, trees, sunshine. We moved to Queens, Mom, we moved to Queens. And the one thing I discovered is that white people have vastly better drugs. That's the one thing I did notice. I love it. White people, I love you guys. Clap it up for yourselves, white people. Oh, there's not that many of you here. I love white people. I do. I'm not a racist. I have love for everybody in my heart. But I will tell you, every once in a while, I do think that whites get away with a little bit more. And I'm going to give you the best example. This is the best example I can give you. Historically, when blacks and Latinos have had a pagan religion, what have they called it? Santerismo, black magic, voodoo, always some negative shit. But as soon as white people did it, Harry Potter. Because you know nobody was going to spend money to see little black boys flying around on brooms. It wasn't going to happen. It wasn't going to happen, that's all. So my dad moves us to Queens, and I went from being a project girl to being a suburban Rican. That's a Puerto Rican with equity. I actually have a master's in speech pathology. That's right. A little Puerto Rican teaching people how to talk. Now that shit's hilarious, isn't it? I remember I went to Brooklyn College to get my degree in like speech. Isn't that like a contradiction in terms? I was like, I walked in the first day of class. I remember I walked in, it was voice and diction. I walked in, I'm like, is this voice and diction 101? The professor was like, fucking A, copy squat. I can go to this school, this is for me. But I got fired from my first job. They said I was insensitive. I was doing bilingual therapy at the time, and one of the mothers comes into me and she's like, excuse me, Could you tell me how I could help my son because he talks so funny? You want to help your son? Learn sign language. Okay. And never speak to him again. I did that for a very, very long time. I did that 40 years this February in special ed. In Brooklyn, the Bronx, and Newark. Man, Newark makes the Bronx look like Disney World. Fuck that. I had to get used to that shit, man. I never forget one day, I used to have, when I first started working in Newark, I wasn't quite used to it yet. I had a Volvo convertible, a beautiful car. And I'll never forget, I had the windows up, and I got to the corner. This is a true story. I get to a corner, and I see this real rough-looking guy. Shit! I got the top down. And he walks over to the car, and he's like, yo, give me $1. I was like, I don't have any change. He said, fuck you, you got this nice car, you got change. I was like, oh God, please don't kill me. And that was it. That was just the experience. Anyway, so I was a speech therapist. I became a Puerto Rican. I married a Dominican. I fucked up. I thought he was Puerto Rican. White people, in case you don't know, Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, we don't like each other. And I remember that when I told my mother that we were going to get married, she had a fit. Because, you wanted them to marry your own. And my mother was like, no. I'm like, Mommy, but we really meet each other's needs. I need $5 grand, he needs a green card. Like, that's just... Don't judge me, Mom. I'm only kidding. I'm not. I'll never forget, the ceremony was so romantic. It was beautiful. The judge looked at me and he said, Sarita, do you vow to live with this man for 2 years to establish residency? I do. He's like, you may now kiss the bride. I'm like, no, you gotta pay the bride. And if you want some of this, it's 5,000 more. It was never cheap. I like Dominicans though. Listen, I make fun of them, but I married one, right? So now I am technically Dominican by injection because he gave me 2 kids. But the thing with Dominicans is that I don't know if people know this, but part of the beef that Dominicans have with Puerto Ricans is that they like to argue that they got here first. There's always this big debate about who was here first. And my thing is, you want to see who got here first? Take out West Side Story. That was the Jets, who were Italians, and the Sharks, who were Puerto Rican. There were no tigres in West Side Story. Nobody showing up to a rumble in white socks and sandals. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But Dominicans give their kids some strange names. I noticed that, and I asked my best friend who's Dominican. She goes, well, we take the father's name and the mother's name, and we come up with a new name. Like, so if the father's name is Jose and the mother's name is Gloria, the kid's name is Hoglo. Stupid shit like that. Mira, Joglito, ven acá, coño. And so my girlfriend told me that, and I was like, but you know something? Your father's name is Bobby and your mother's name is Barbara. You could have been Boba, which means dumbass in Spanish. I love Dominicans though. I'm Dominican by injection. I have 2 children. Parents of kids like millennials. I raised my kids to know that they had to lie in the bed. It's gonna still be in my house. I don't like my kids. I tell people that. I just don't like them. I'm stuck loving them, but I don't like them. They both betrayed me at birth. My son turned on me. He was breech. He turned on me. I could never trust him after that. His ass ended up where his head should have been, and in 30 years, nothing's changed. Dumb fuck. I can't stand that kid. Oh my God, just stupid. And when he was a teenager, I was always kind of cute. All his little teenage friends used to hang around. They were all in love with me. They be walking in the house talking about, yo, mom, saying, you know, like, why don't you, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, yo, ma, you know what I'm saying? Why don't you, you know, like, why don't you? You know, ma, like, why don't you? I like, why don't you stay still, okay? Because you're making me dizzy. They got medication for that, Papa. Take your Ritalin and make a sandwich. Jesus, I can't stand these kids nowadays. And then my daughter, after my son was born, I'm thinking to myself, you know, I'll get a cute little baby girl and that'll be that. Let me tell you, that was the ugliest little baby I have ever seen. I was so disappointed, and I'm not just saying that as a joke. She was really horrible. No, seriously, Ma. She was born, she kept banging on my pelvic bone on the way out. The same bone that her father was trying to hit on the way in. So she had this gigantic hematoma on her forehead. She's ugly, man, purple and just fucked up. The doctor handed it to him. I said, take that back. I said, fix this. I don't know. Take it to the lab. I don't know. Dissect this shit. It's in the larva stage. Get it out. She was freaking ugly, man. She was just ugly. That's like, what did you give me? A cesarean or colonoscopy? Because I think she came out the other end, bro. I ain't gonna lie. What am I supposed to do with this mohong of a baby you just gave me? It was awful, horrible. Yo, I didn't let anybody see her until she finished developing. I used to take her like a Polaroid and be like, heavy up and wet, dry up already, mama, come on. Oh. Fast forward. My daughter's beautiful. Beautiful face, beautiful. So a couple of years ago, we were looking at colleges. She's like, oh, mommy, I decided. I think I want to go to Columbia University. And well, good luck with that, because mommy ain't got no money. She goes, no, mommy, I'll take out some student loans. I'm like, girl, that face, that ass, you're stripping, okay? There's a pole at Sin City with your name on it. That's a, fuck that. Shit, waste all that talent. The thing with my husband, the minute he's a very sophisticated man, but he was cruel. He had a mean streak in him. He really did, and it was just, there's nothing I could do about it. He would come home from work. I'd be like, Papa, let me give you a massage. You look like you need a massage. So I would go in and just pow, pow, pow. Your hands are too soft. There's not enough pressure. I wish you were Swedish. He told me that one time. I wish you were Swedish. I said, oh, you want a lot of Swedish pressure? I ran his ass over with the Volvo. I did it. That's 8,000 pounds. The police didn't think it was that funny. You know, when you get married to a man, what you're basically telling that man is, this is yours. I'm not giving this to anyone else. You must take care of this from now on. But he was not someone who liked to do this. He was not into quid pro quo. With him, it was quid pro IOU. And it was disgusting. So, like, you know, after 17 years, I was like, can I have my Toto back, please? Like, I want to put this bad boy back on the road. And get a spit shine and Simonized. Put this classic right back on the road. And now he's married. He's a psychotherapist. He married a psychotherapist. Can you imagine that house? Honey, do you want chicken tonight? Why? Because I'm cooking? That was it. At least I admit it. So yeah, so this is totally cool, man. I'm digging the vibe in here tonight. You guys having a good time? And now we will get to the X-rated portion of the show. I'm only kidding. I think it's important to, you know, talk about dick every once in a while, right? Am I wrong? We need a dick discussion. But before I get to that, I love white people, I said that. I just had a rule when I was dating. I used to have this rule. I had a test. Because the thing is, people can mix cultures, but you have to sort of roll with that person, right? You have to have a certain level of commonality in any relationship. So whenever I dated white men, I had a test that I would give them. And I call it the Luther test. And what the test is, I love Luther Vandross. You have to know Luther Vandross. So this is what I would do. I would be sitting at dinner just like, oh, you're so nice. And then out of nowhere, I would just start humming a couple of bars just to see what he did. So I'd be like, I just don't wanna stop. Too much, never too much, never too much. If I don't have that coming back for me, there's no second date. If you can't roll with Luther, because I'm gonna tell you right now, if a white guy said to me, shot through the heart, and you're to blame. See, we do it. So learn Luther. And I was also a big Usher fan. Who loves Usher? Oh my God. I loved Usher's music back in the early 2000s. But here's what happened. I read that he was not telling women that he had an STD. Yo, that shit killed me because I loved Usher. I was so disappointed in him. But then I started thinking about it and I was like, you know what? Now I understand his music. Because Usher would be like, you got it bad. With a cold sore. I'll be like, Usher, you gave me an STD? Yeah. Well, what am I supposed to do now? Let it burn, let it burn, let it burn. Y'all are nasty, I love it. This is cool. So I'm single for, my children, I do love my kids, I lie a lot, but I love my family in general. But does anybody have like knuckleheads in their family? Just dumbasses in your family that you don't understand their decisions? My family is just a bunch of knuckleheads, I'm not gonna lie. My younger brother and sister, they have an excuse. They're both hearing impaired. I have I have a deaf brother and I have a deaf sister. And it's funny because I've never really done comedy and talked about my deaf family. But the thing is, the funniest thing that I remember ever happening with my family was that my brother taught his dog how to sign. He did. He taught his dog how to do sign language. So he would go like that, ruh, ruh. The dog would speak. He would go like this, and the dog would roll. He would go like this, and the dog would sit down. It was amazing. So one day he was complaining about the dog to me, and he turned his back on the dog. And I said, what do you think, he's gonna read the sign language? Like, he's not deaf, he hears us talking. And this is why I've never told that joke before, because obviously the shit is not fucking funny, right? Like, every time I try it, I'm trying to figure out how to get that joke to work. So I appreciate it, you know? I do appreciate it. And now I just remembered the comic who came up before me. Here's the thing, right? He said something that I thought was so hilarious, because he talked about the fact that he could be Latino, but he's Muslim. Now, I thought that was hysterical, because I remember right after 9/11, when they showed the picture of the terrorists in the paper, I was like, coño, that looks like my family. They got organized. We look alike. So I have a friend who went with me to a show right after 9/11, and he was really, really nervous, right? So he's sitting there, he's Muslim, and the comic knew he was my friend, so he went over to him and he's like, so where are you from, sir? And the guy was so scared, he goes, I am Dominican. And the comedian knew he wasn't Dominican, so he says, really, well, what's your name? He said, I am Mohamedcito bin Lopez. I can't even make that shit up. See, I fucked up the last joke, but I made up with that one, right? Okay, thank you, guys. It was not easy. It was not easy. I'm glad I remembered that one, because that shit's hilarious. That's one of my favorite ones. But you know how I keep myself young? I gotta tell you, how I keep myself young is that I go to the retina center, There be some old fucks in there. I feel like a teenager when I walk. Like I'm young. But I was single for a very long time by choice. I liked being single. I felt like I just wanted to wait, obviously, for the right man to come along. But I did go out there, and I was out there, and dating is horrible. Dating is really, really horrible. I don't know, it's not what it used to be. The courtship, it's just different now. You know, like now you could just be like, all day. That's dating now. But when I was dating, it was just like, I mean, seriously. Guys, this is the problem I have. And I'm going to be real honest with you guys tonight. I think women do all the work. Women do everything. We have to do the hair, the face, the nails, the body, the we have to do it all. You guys take a shower, you put a little bit of powder, and you're good for the night. It ain't right. It's just not right. And some of you men don't even remember you have feet. And you think, see, his feet are probably fucked up because she clapped real hard for that. She did. I saw you, Ma. You were like. Some of you guys let your feet. I don't know. That's no place for coral reef. That's all I'm talking about. Y'all know who you are. I am not the only woman that has made love to a man and right afterwards he's just going like this and rubbing you, trying to be going, ah! Oh, Papa, what is that? Broken glass on the bottom of your feet? The fuck is that? He's like, don't worry about that. I have 9 inches for you. And I hope it's a tourniquet because I'm like bleeding to death. Ever scissor feet, take that shit off me. What is with you guys? Do you see all the work we put in? The least you could do is put your feet in a pedicure with sharks in the water. Sharks, because no little fish are gonna eat that shit up. It's not gonna work, you beasts. I hate that. You guys are lazy, man. I hate that. And ladies, do we love a clean man in our bed? Gay men, do we love a clean man in our bed? Come on, we wanna have, I'm gonna tell you, nothing is as good as a clean, fresh man. It's like a baby's ass just out the shower. It's beautiful. You just, I'm in love. But as soon as I start to smell socks and ass, you got to go. I lived by myself a long time. I'm not used to it. I just wasn't used to it. I'd be like, no, Papa, no. Put down the remote. Put the remote down. Get up. Levántate. Get up. Because these are 600 count Egyptian cotton sheets that I got at TJ Maxx for $29.99. And I'm never gonna get that price again. You are not staining these. You are not killing my sheets. Get up! And you need to take Funky and Spunky and Uncle Pete in between. And you know, you need to go just rinse that off with some Fabuloso. Y'all know Fabuloso. White people, you know Fabuloso. Y'all shop at the Dollar Tree. Stop lying. Now it comes in pink, red, purple, yellow, green, lavender. It don't clean for shit, right? But the house smells fabulous. It does. Fabuloso. And if there's no Fabuloso, you can use Mistolin. I'm telling you. I don't get it. I just don't understand men, man. You guys are weird. I go out on a date with a guy. He gets all of this. Yo, Ma, can I see your feet? My feet? In the summer. In the summer. Because we hook them up in the summer. In the wintertime, ladies, tell me if I'm wrong. When they're sitting in boots, it's moist, hot, dark in those boots. That's how you grow potatoes. I don't know what's going on in them boots in the wintertime. All I'm saying is that if you suck on my big toe in January, you're gonna have a lot more fiber in your diet than your required daily allowance. That might be turnips in there. Those are turnip toes, bro. I don't understand it. I go out with a guy and I'm like, he's like, yo, ma, can I see your toes? I'm like, will a tit do? Because I'm not showing you my feet. A boob or a bunion, you choose. That's so nasty. It's disgusting. And I'm one of these dancing grandmas on TikTok. I'll admit it, I'm one of them. I am, I love it. I love being on TikTok. I have oh, by the way, follow me, Latin Diva of Comedy. Make sure you check me out. But I am one of those dancing divas, and here's the thing. What I notice that happens on TikTok is that I get all these Bad Bunny types. These young Bad Bunny boys. They come up to me, yo, on TikTok, they be like, yo, abuelita está buena, abuelita está buena, abuelita está buena, le voy a dar la gallina, I get all these young little boys coming up to me talking about, yo, ma, I'm gonna break your back. You're gonna break my back. Oh, really? You know what this is right here? I got a ninja toto grip. I will snap your shit off, okay? This is a man-eater right here. I will take that zipper sausage home, okay? Stop it. I will snap it. I will take that one-eyed wonder. Pow! Pow! And I take it home to my puppy. Here, eat that boo-boo. Here. I get these. How old are you, sir? 30, too old. How old are you?
23.
23? Yeah. Perfect. What's your name, Boom Boom? Daniel. Young Daniel. See, everybody would suspect that I'm going to date young Daniel because he's a gorgeous young man, right? Good looking guy. You're a good looking guy, Daniel. Give yourself a, pat yourself on the back. You at least, you shaved a little bit. You took out your good shirt for the show. I'm loving it. He took out his best t-shirt. Look at him, he looks great. Daniel is someone who everybody would assume I would date, because I was called a cougar for a long time. Wow. But I don't like being called a cougar, because I think that's just so yesterday. It's an old term. I like to think of myself as an owl, because I'm an old, wicked Latina. I am. Because a lot of people assume that I would date someone like Daniel because he's good looking. But the truth of the matter is that the only reason why I dated, because I dated a lot of young guys. I was engaged to someone who was 17 years younger. Don't play with me. The only reason I would date someone as young as Daniel is because I do not understand technology. I don't. I'm the worst. I'm the worst at technology. I remember once I woke up and my phone said, you have a message from your creator. And I was like, oh shit, God's on Twitter? No! Damn! One time, I was texting somebody that I really liked a while ago, and I was texting, and you know how you have autocorrect? So I wanted to let him know, I'm a little crazy. So I told him, I was texting him, then I was telling him that I was into wilding. But the stupid autocorrect made it welding. So I'm trying to explain to him that I have a freak factor, and he's just thinking I got really good union benefits. Like, that doesn't work for me. I'm terrible with technology. One time, I got that, what do they call it, audiobook for the car? When they read the shit to you in the car? Now, I don't know about you, but when people read to me, I get sleepy. So I ended up in a ditch. And the cop comes over and says, what happened, ma'am? I'm like, Michelle Obama becoming. It doesn't work for me. So I need Daniel. I need you, Papa. I need you. You are my tech support with benefits. That's all I need you for, Papa. I don't need you trying to, with your skinny little fingers. Let me see your hands. Yeah, skinny little fucked up fingers because you're on the computer all day. That's it. Yeah. I don't need your skinny little fingers inside of me trying to find my G-spot. Don't waste your time, bro. Locate my G directory on my laptop and fix that shit. That's all I need from you. I don't need anything else from Daniel. Not at all. Now, Yankee Man. I'm creaming already. That's how I like them. How old are you, sir?
60.
Oh, perfect. What's your name?
Vernon.
Vernon. Sounding like important shit. Vernon. See, I like Vernon because, see, Vernon, this is a very complicated thing right here. It's complicated. This is not easy to figure out. Daniel got work to do. And you are not too far behind, so shut up. Shut the fuck up. Daniel, that's what I'm talking about. But see, Daniel has time. Vernon! Oh, Daniel, Vernon, thank you. I told you I was creaming. I get real crazy when I cream. Vernon is a man who has, you know... Vernon will get in there. And Vernon will know to go in and up. Watch, Daniel, watch. He knows already, okay? Is your lady here? Yeah, she's sitting there going, I know. Vernon knows how to go in and up, in and up, in and up, in and up, in and up. Daniel, get a pen out. Sweetie, just get a pen. Draw a diagram. Because young guys, this is what young guys do. With the lesbians in the house, they're like, yeah, that's fine. No, in and up, in and up, in and up. That's the way you do it. See, Vernon is going to just, oh, God. Vernon is going to be like, and Vernon is going to take me places that are incredible. Because Vernon has got them big fucked up hands. From the arthritis and the osteoporosis. And the bunions and the calluses. This all fucked up hand. Because Vernon has dug ditches. He's laid down roofs. He has thrown that beautiful woman around in sex, yes. He's beat the shit out of his kids because they disrespected their mother. Vernon has wrestled bears. Now, I don't really think he wrestled bears, but I know dumbass Daniel hasn't. That's you know his stupid young ass hasn't done it. No. See, Vernon will get in there, and Vernon will make me cry. Look, his wife is crying now. She's crying. She's having a vivid memory. Vernon, keep your hands above the table. No, we're not going to do that shit tonight. Vernon will make me cry. But Daniel will update the software on my iPhone. Something that dumbass Vernon doesn't know how to do either. It's a true story, right? Sucio. Asqueroso. Give it up for Vernon and Daniel. And Daniel number 2. All right, I expect diagrams. There will be a test at the end of the show. Yeah, it's just different, man. It's just, you know already. You know what you like. This has been marinating for about 40 years now. It's got 40 years of adobo, sofrito, garlic, onion, azúcar. Yeah, y'all just dirty. I like that. Y'all like the dirty shit. Y'all like the dick jokes. All right, so let me do one now. Ladies, why is it that when you are not in a relationship, you're not in a relationship, do you meet anybody? Nope. Doesn't work that way, okay? You go to the gym, you go to the clubs, you go to Brokerage. Nothing. You don't meet anybody. What happens the second you get in a relationship? Ladies, tell me if I'm wrong. Well, the minute you start dating someone, what happens? The dicks start flying out the sky like a tornado. It's like this gigantic dick-nado. You open up your door, it's like, ah! I'm in a relationship! Tell me I'm wrong. Yo, this shit happen all the time. I be minding my business, walking down the street, and it'd be like, oh my God, a big black one, my favorite. I'm about to take this thing home. What? Let me get the van. Fucking shit is huge. That was for you. I know I'm not crazy. This has been the universal experience I have had. It's been hard. It's been really, really hard. Whew, I catch a breath. I just beat cancer. I just beat breast cancer. So pardon me, I lose my breath. I'm still recovering. Whew, I got dizzy before. I don't know if you guys noticed it. So yeah, I just beat breast cancer. So please, ladies, get your mammograms, man. Do that shit yearly. Do not play. If you are overdue, get it done. Okay, it's just that's the way to do. Okay, that's my PSA. And this club is the first place I actually announced it publicly because I felt comfortable. I felt family. I felt embraced. I felt comfortable. So thank you for that. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Papa. Thank you, Vernon. I feel you. So yeah, let's see, what else? Before I get out of here, I told you about being a cougar. Oh, I know what it was. It's one thing, obviously, when you're trying to find a man, for me, not everyone's trying to find a man, but for me, different, right? When you're trying to find a man in your 20s, how old are you, Mommy? 42. Oh, damn, you look good. Thank you. There's one thing when you're trying, that's because she's Latina. We have great genes. You know, it's one thing when you're trying to find a man in your 20s, than when you're trying to find a man, damn, I'm sorry, guys. I wore this and I can't see the time. It's one thing when you're trying to find a man in your 20s, and when you're trying to find a man like me in your late 20s. I don't know how old I am. The only thing I could tell you is I got Medicare. Ow! But it's different. I remember, man, when I was young, in my 20s, I was so cute. Oh my God, back in the day, I used to get real cute, real tight dresses and little high heels to go to the clubs in Brooklyn. Oh, I was delightful. I would party for 2 weeks. I would start April 4th and I finished April 18th. I would show up to the club. It would be like, show me you really love me. Tell it to my heart. Tell me I'm the only one. Can you feel the beat within my heart? Can you feel the love like you Maria? Oh, that was the shit for the white people. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and hurt you. I guess everybody liked that song. That was a great song. I'm telling you, you have the amazing energy when you're young. Yo, it's crazy. Nowadays, I think I used to party for 2 weeks. Nowadays, you gotta give me 2 weeks notice. I gotta take my echinacea, check my blood pressure. I gotta go to the club, see if there's a defibrillator. I gotta call up my insurance company, make sure it's all paid up. I don't know what's gonna happen. Yo, it's so different now. My girlfriend will call me up, she's like, oh, I'm gonna pick you up at 11. I'm like, in the afternoon? You can't possibly mean 11 at night. I wanna be asleep by 11. I'm tired. Yo, I go out to the clubs, I can't do it. I'm just so tired. People are talking to me, and I'm just like yawning all night. It's horrible. So, and the thing is, you get to a club, right? As soon as I walk into a club, the minute I walk into a club, I might as well be a raccoon, because I can't see shit. Nena, but where's the dance floor? It's horrible. I can't see anything. And why are the bathrooms so dark? The bathrooms are dark. I know I have peed in a sink. And that means you know where I washed my face. It's horrible. I just don't get it. And then some guy will ultimately ask me to dance, right? Now I gotta act like I know the lingo. So we just start moving out to the dance floor. I'm like, oh my God, that's my jam. Wow, that song is lit. I don't know what any of that means. And all I really want to do is yawn and go home. I'm done already. So we're dancing and I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, I love that song. That's Rihanna. Make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world. I can't do it anymore. Oh my God, it's hot as hell in here. Fuck, it's hot, man. My girlfriend's like, what's that noise? That's you, bitch, stop it. Oh my God, woo! My corns are killing me, Mom. Ooh, my turnips are really bad right now. Oh my God, this girdle don't let me breathe. Oh shit, my sciatica's acting up. Oh, fuck me! Oh, I'm about to turn this into a dance. Hey! Oh my God, could we go? What you mean we only been here 5 minutes? I got Haagen-Dazs in the house. No, not to eat. I'm gonna soak my corns in there. And then you can cut me out of the Spanx. I can't do this anymore. Ladies, am I wrong? I can't do this anymore. I'm done. You guys have been wonderful. You guys have been amazing. I would like your indulgence. If you do not speak Spanish, can I do one joke in Spanish? Are there enough people who can appreciate a joke in Spanish? You gotta tell me you want it. You gotta tell me you want it. That's not telling me you want it. That's not telling me you want it. That's how I want Vernon to talk to me. You're not telling me you want it. So I'm going to dedicate this joke. It is all in Spanish. It was written by a Cuban comedian named Alvarez Guedes. But it was my mother's favorite joke. So whenever I'm around people that I feel comfortable with, and I know I will try to, if you want, I'll translate it. But it's just the funniest, my mother's favorite joke. So I want to dedicate it to her in heaven. La señora entra en la iglesia y le dice al cura, cura, yo me quiero confesar. Pero antes de que yo comience, usted está bebiendo porque hay una peste a ron aquí. El cura le dice, mira señora, no se apure, arrodíllese y confiésese. Ella dice, bueno, yo me quiero confesar que la semana pasada fui por una fiesta, me emborraché y me acosté con el hermano de mi esposo. Pero antes de que yo continúe, porque hay más. ¿Está seguro que usted no está viviendo porque hay una peste a ron aquí? El cura dice, no señora, síguese confesando. She goes, bueno, después que me acosté con el hermano de mi esposo, luego me acosté con el primo de mi esposo. Pero antes de que yo continúe, porque hay más. ¿Está seguro que usted no está viviendo porque hay una peste aquí? El cura dice, mira señora, desde que usted entró aquí hay una peste a puta, yo no he dicho nada. I just had a show that I could tell jokes in Spanish. It doesn't really translate, but it's about a drunk priest, and this chick comes in and asks if she can confess herself, and he's telling her, go ahead, but he's really drunk. She goes, are you sure you have been drinking? Because there's a smell of liquor. And in the end, he says something, and it doesn't translate, right? Because peste is one of those words that you can't, it's like a stink. And the punch is, you're complaining about the smell of liquor, but since you've walked in here, she's been telling him she got drunk, she slept with her husband's brother, her husband's cousin. He says, well, since you walked in here, all I smell is hoe, and I haven't said anything yet. That wasn't bad, right? I translated it. Woo! I am the shit. So I want to thank everybody for coming out. Listen, guys, if you can, please take out your phones. Follow me at Latin Diva Comedy on Instagram and TikTok. You guys have been amazing. Please, please, please be kind to your wait staff because they're the ones that took care of you all tonight. So please be generous to your wait staff and follow me at TikTok and be on the lookout. I have a show called Freak of Nature, which is going to be coming out in the spring, and I am going to be getting an Emmy for that bitch. I know I'm going to get it. So I'm going to speak it to the universe. Please support Freak of Nature. Be on the lookout. I love you guys. Thank you.
Keep it going for everybody back to back.